Have you ever wished having AI assistant directly inside your terminal window? If yes, your dream come true. Google just dropped Gemini CLI. And if you want to know more about it, watch this video till then. Hey guys, my name is Vlad and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back and thank you so much for your support. In this video, we're gonna talk about Gemini CLI. It's a AI agent that can work inside your terminal. In this video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know about this open source agent. I will show you how to use it, pricing, and other useful tips and tricks. If you're ready, then let's get started. What is Gemini CLI? It is an open source AI agent that works directly inside your terminal. You can ask it to write code, edit files, explain errors, run shell commands, and many other things. It reads your local files and understands what's happening in your project. You don't need to switch to a web app or copy and paste the code back and forth. Everything happens right in your terminal. And the best part, it is free to try with no complicated setup. To use Gemini CLI free of charge, simply log in with your personal Google account to get free Gemini Code Assistant license. That free license gets you access to Gemini 2.5 Pro and a massive 1 million token context window. Google allows you to do 60 model requests per minute and 1000 requests per day at no charge. Under the hood, it has different tools such as web search, API fetch, MCP server support, and other cool stuff. Okay, enough words. Let's try this tool in action. I'm going to use Linux and terminal inside the Linux. Mac and Windows user also can use this tool. Simply open your terminal. Make sure you have Node on your computer. If you don't have Node, please install it and then run the command npm install Google Gemini CLI. You don't have to copy everything from the screen. I will leave the link to their written tutorial so you can copy and paste everything from there. Okay, the installation is finished and now we can run Gemini command. And here we go. Seems everything is working. The first launch, you should select the theme. You can set it for the specific user or workspace. Once you choose it, simply press enter. Then at the next screen, you have to log in to Google account, or you can use your Gemini API key instead. I'm going to use Google account, select this option and press enter. After that, you would need to log in to the Google account inside your browser and authorize Gemini CLI to access your account. If everything is okay, you will see this confirmation screen. Then let's go back to your terminal and you can start write your first prompt. As I mentioned earlier, the AI agent could write the code, edit files, explain errors, explain the project, and so on. So it means you can start from the scratch or you can copy existed project and work with it. I'm going to start from scratch. I will ask AI to create for me a simple to-do application using simple JS and HTML. And let's see if this AI agent can do the job. So as you could see, the Gemini started do the job, suggest me the first file, and it asked me if I'm happy with this. You have the option to select yes allow once or yes allow always. I recommend you use allow once because you actually should look what agent suggests you. And if there's something wrong, you always can select the option modify with editor, and from the drop down you can select the editor that's available on your computer. For instance, I have VS Code and Windsurf. You can save these settings for user or workspace, so you don't have to select this all the time. Okay, let me select VS Code and then press enter. And the agent opens file for me. I can do the change there, then save the file and close that. And after that, select yes, allow once, and hit enter. Okay, it seems the agent finished the application. Let's check it out. You don't need to expect a lot, especially if your prompt is not detailed, but at least we should expect working application. The agent shows how to open the application. Simply open index.html file inside the browser and we will see the application. Let's try. And here we go. This is our simple to-do list. Let's check it out. Seems everything is working. I can add the to-do in my list. Let's try to add one more. And as you could see, everything is working. I can delete it, I can mark it as done. Super simple, but working application. So I would say the agent did the job. We definitely can improve the application further. If you want to add specific instruction to the AI, for specific projects, add your root directory with the project, create a file Gemini.md, and inside this MD file add the instructions. You can add code style, project rules, different tools that it should use, and so on. And then the agent will always follow the instructions and your code will be consistent. You can modify the file in code editor, or you can ask agent to add the rules. Simply write modify Gemini.md file and then define the rules that you want to add there. And the agent will add everything for you. Okay, I've added some instructions and let's try to improve our application further. So I will ask the agent to add additional functionality to support subtask and also ask to add Bootstrap styling to my application. And let's see the result. Okay, seems everything is ready. Let's try. And this is my to-do list application. It looks a little better. Now we have subtask functionality and looks like everything is working fine. I mentioned earlier, Gemini CLI has built-in tools and web integrations. You can use the command like read file, write file, edit, ls, grab, glop, and other shell commands. Plus, you also can use web search, web fetch, and so on. Okay, let me show you how to use web search. Simply write web search, hit enter, and then write your prompt, and Gemini CLI will do the search for you. And it will show the result inside the terminal. And as you can see, this is the tools that it has. Gemini did the search and showed me the result. To see all available tools, you can use /tools command. Simply write it and press the enter, and you will see all the tools. As I mentioned earlier, CLI also support MCP configuration, so you can add MCP servers. To see the list of available MCPs, simply write /MCP. Unfortunately, currently my project doesn't have any MCP servers, but it's possible to add if we want. Another useful command is stats. It could show you the usage. If you plan to use this tool intensively, probably it could be a useful command because you could track the usage. You also can execute shell commands. To do that, you need to use exclamation mark and then write the command that you want to run. Okay, let's try to add MCP server because I think it's quite useful. Unfortunately, AI agent can't do that for you. It could help you navigate steps that you should take, but it can't set up it for you because it's kind of configuration level. But don't worry, it's super easy and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to instruct the agent what it should does. First, I'm going to use command write file, then provide the path and name of the file you want to create. And after that, provide the content for that file. For instance, I'm going to add GitHub MCP. So I'm going to use this code. All your MCP servers you would need to add to this settings file. First, you would need to give the name of the tool, then command that it should execute, and variable name, and another parameter if needed, depend on MCP server. Depend on the environments that you have. Maybe you would need to adjust slightly the content of the file, but basic structure is the same. Okay, once you add the file, you need to request a token and add it as an environment variable to your system. Or if you don't want to do that, you can add that token inside the settings file. It is not super safe, but in some environments, it's only the way. In the Linux, you can use export command to add environment variables, then specify the name and the value, and hit the enter. If you will see the issue with the authentication, you can change the code slightly to use the token directly inside the settings. Okay, let's try to restart Gemini and see if the MCP server is available. And as you can see, if I write the MCP command, I could see that GitHub MCP server is available, and this is the list of the command that I can use. So now at the application level, agent has access to GitHub, so it could create pull requests for me, write commits, and so on. Okay, let's see if it's working. I will ask Gemini to show for me a list of public repositories in my GitHub account, And let's see if it can pull the list from my profile. Okay, the agent asked the name. So I give the name of my GitHub account. And let's see if it can bring the list. And here we go. As you can see, the list is here. So Gemini did the job. So MCP server is working fine. And that's it. As you can see, it's really powerful. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to use it, but I can see there's a lot of potential. Thank you so much for you watching this video till the end, and thank you so much for your support. Please click like for this video if you like it. If you don't like it, it's okay. You can click dislike, but please share with me your feedback and comments below. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel because I'm planning to produce a lot of cool videos. Share this video with your developer friends, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye.